Motorbikes, locally known as boda bodas, have surged in popularity in Kampala for their speed and agility, making them a staple in the city's transportation metrics. However, there is a dark side to this convenience. Dr. Michael Muma, who leads the neurosurgery department at Mulago National Referral Hospital, raises a red flag over the influx of trauma patients resulting from boda accidents.
The overwhelming head injury patients is a very big one. It takes over the intensive care unit space. It takes over a lot of our manpower. And you see, you cannot leave a patient who is dying. As I always joke that discussing with the Lord, you can't leave that patient alone and you're operating a patient with a brain tumor who was booked, say, 1 year ago.
He says that a staggering 80% of head trauma cases they handle stem from boda accidents.
About 2 months ago, we would operate about 10 to 15 patients in the accident and emergency per week. But as I speak now, we operate more than 30 patients, so that is a twofold, an increase a twofold increase in the number of patients of head trauma. So the burden of head trauma is really a very big problem to us.
The pressure isn't limited to neurosurgery. Dr. Irene Misha, who heads the reconstructive and plastic surgery unit, paints a similar gloomy picture.
Trauma cases take up almost, you would say more than 50% of the injuries right now on this ward. And every day, most of the time. We see them in the clinic, they call us to see them in A&E. Most are trauma. The history of a boda accident, or was, boda was hit by a truck and the truck ran over the patient and they lost a lot of, tissue, wherever. So we handle a lot of those. And it's just really like an epidemic on this ward to have such injuries, if I should say.
Many of the patients of that nature spend long periods in hospital.
You find a patient has a dirty wound and what, then we first take them for the first surgery, clean up, debride, remove that dead tissue and everything. Then they dress them for like a week. Then we take them for the final reconstruction.
On a daily basis in our department, we see 4 to 5 of them. These days they now have helmets, but those helmets don't seem to be as strong as they should be. Because despite the helmet, they will come with their jaw shattered.
Dr. Muma believes prevention is paramount, emphasizing the role of crash helmet. But what makes a helmet effective? Downtown Kampala's motorcycle parts dealer, Brian Kakosa, sheds light on the nuances of helmet safety.
This one, it is 50. This one, because of this feature, this one gives you extra protection on your what? But this one can, when it breaks, it can affect your face.
He says that a concerning trend is where boda riders opt for cheaper and often less protective helmets.
Because of the economy, the boda man will also want to take this one. But they cry a lot, and we don't know what happens to the road. They say there is no money, there is no what. Give me something that can at least help.
Boda riders and passengers have mixed feelings on crash helmets.
Yeah, it would be dangerous, but everything comes because that's what God has planned too. Even those who use helmets can also get injuries.
Element tulinga abaloza ntuzambali abasirikale songa okujamba lobo saving abulamu abakulembeze ba boda benyini gusitaji yenyini bikolera balina okugamba abana bambale boda element.
Michael Kananura, the spokesperson for the Police Directorate of Road Safety, says riding without crash helmets isn't just dangerous but illegal.
In Regulation 11, Sub-Regulation 4 and 5, They are very clear. They talk about a rider fastening his helmet on the head and equally the passenger. So when a rider puts on an element and it is also not fastened, it is also a case which is punishable by the law. And actually, according to the same regulation, traffic regulation, a person who contravenes this regulation commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine not less than 2 currency points. 2 currency points, that is equivalent to 40,000 Ugandan shillings, are not exceeding 30 currency points, that is 600,000 Ugandan shillings, or imprisonment not exceeding 2 years, or both.
Recent data from the Directorate is unsettling. From October 8th to 15th, 32 fatalities were reported, 22 riders and 10 passengers. Furthermore, 149 individuals are currently recovering from injuries, 94 of them riders and 54 passengers. The cost of this helmet I'm putting on right now is about 200,000 shillings. I mean, they just told us here that they could go up to 1 million shillings or more for those who want to have a really good and quality safety helmet for their day-to-day business. To some, this cost may be very expensive. To others, it could just be pocket change. But then when you think about it, what is the cost of life? Every time you spend in the ICU at Mulago Hospital or any other private facility fighting for your dear life after an accident on the road, you'll spend more than 1 million shillings or twice, which is simply not equal to what this helmet would have cost you. The best thing to do is to find the opportunity cost, like we have learned in economics. What is the best alternative? Your life or the helmet? Or the money in your bank account? Think about it and let's make the difference for safety on our roads. Walter Mwesije, NTV here, downtown Kampala.